Emotions are complex. Let's talk about them. And shout out to my cousin, IHateCJ. He made the beat. Hey, I hope you're having a great day. I want to share a thought with you. This thought comes from an article I came across on berkeleywellbeing.com, and it gets into emotions. It starts off very interestingly when it pretty much says that our leaders in the field don't necessarily have a concrete definition on emotions, but they come to an agreement that emotions are some type of response to our environment. And in the article, it states, I'm paraphrasing here, that emotions are central to what it means to be human and the human experience. We as people are deeply affected to not only our environment, but our perspective on our environment. And if we decide to let ourselves really be run by our emotions, those things can very much affect our thought process, our way of being, our environment, how we view outcomes, and ultimately what those outcomes are. Now, many people believe that emotions exist on a scale. They kind of blend in with each other. There are several theories about emotions. There's several thoughts on the difference between an emotion, a mood, a thought, a feeling. And so let's first talk about a mood, right? Say emotions. Emotions are responses, but moods are states of being. They can last for a couple of minutes, hours, days, years, last a while. And interestingly enough, emotions can contribute to moods. Moods can contribute to emotions. Thoughts, right? Thoughts are definitely different than emotions because thoughts are more conscious. They're they're all evaluating, right? You are evaluating your state when you're having thoughts. You're not feeling the state, you are breaking it down, you're analyzing, right? And what about feeling? Feelings are feeling is an interesting word or a term because it's very it's encompassing a lot, right? I like to think of feeling as like a sensation, you know. You are sensing this thing. That's what it means to feel, right? I feel hungry. I feel thirsty. I feel sleepy. But feelings in those sense aren't necessarily emotion, like sadness, joy, anger, and the like. There are many theories of emotion, like we talked about, like the discrete theory of emotion, the wheel of emotion, the circumplex model of emotion. And all these models and theories, I believe, they and their complex selves allow people to understand certain schemas of emotion, how things work and flow. But again, just like at the beginning of this article, there's no concrete way to really define them. And to me, it's because there is no way to truly define what someone is consciously experiencing because the conscious experience is individually tailored to a certain individual's consciousness. Now, the the meat of this article to me is kind of downplayed. It talks about emotional intelligence. And to me, emotional intelligence is key. I mean, it's key to what it means to be, I'm going to say, a modern human. It's got four parts: emotion perception, emotion facilitation of thought, emotion understanding, and emotion regulation. Perception. Can you understand facial expressions, body language, tone of voice? It's key interaction, next level stuff right there. When I'm talking to somebody, can I understand what they are conveying to me? Emotion facilitation of thought. Can you use emotions to aid in solving problems or issues? Emotion understanding. Are you present enough to understand what is being felt? What are the causes and consequences of those emotions? How they're blending together? Can you perceive that? What about regulation? Are emotions just running amok? Are are you as an individual looking to increase positive emotions and decrease negative emotions? Or if a happy experience is there, it's there. And if a negative experience is there, it's there. Let them come as you go. The reason why this is like meat and potatoes, right? Is because we experience so much in our daily lives. And not only do we experience ourselves, our lives, but through conversation, we experience other people, their lives, and their emotions. For example, in a place that I spend a lot of hours with, I've now uh, created a relationship with a friend. We interact so often, and we talk about life in general in this relationship. Me and this person, it's just, hey, how you doing? And this thing is now a common thing. It's a staple in how we interact. It's the only thing that we do. That's our relationship. Hey, how you doing? How's life? Is life good? Is life bad? And in this relationship between me and this person, they only have negative things to say. That's it. Life sucks. life is terrible, I can tell you're not having a great time because I've always had a bad time and I can see it. When you've lived as much as I've lived, you only have bad experiences. And me, on the other hand, because I'm trying to get through my life, because life sucks sometimes, but it's great other times. I'm looking for the positive. Even if I'm feeling, or yeah, even if I'm in a state of bad or am I low, I'm speaking, oh man, life's okay. It's not too bad. Today's going great. Even if I am feeling down, I'm speaking positive, trying to gain this good perspective. And the reason why is because I know myself, even if by some odd standard that I put on myself that I'm just okay, in all actuality, I know personally I'm doing great. I got things in my life that set things up. If I check it off, check, I'm great. And now, if I if I was less emotionally equipped, right, it would be very easy for me in this interaction, this relationship that me and this person have, to be on the receiving end of negative emotions. This person would be sending out a negative signal, and on my end, I would just be constantly taking it in, constantly receiving negative feedback, and that will add negativity to my life. But I am very present, not because I just was born emotionally intelligent, but because of circumstance. I'm very present in these conversations. And due to this presence, I am able to not take negativity from this interaction, not to be influenced. I'm not. I'm not going to let this person influence me. Because regardless, I'm going to see this person. Regardless, this person's going to speak how they're going to speak on their life. But me as an individual, I have that ability to not let this person affect me. Now, this person can be metamorphosized to an event, to a job, to an activity, to a project that constantly comes around. And using that framework, as a person, I can choose my perspective on this interaction, right? Because now when I originally started speaking to this person, my response was, "Dang, that's crazy." It was very shocking to speak to such a negative person. It's very shocking. But then, the more I spoke, the more rooted I got in my positive reinforcement, my upscale of positive emotions. In response to this negative output, in response to it, boom, right hit back, positive input. And now the relationship between me and this person, negative, positive. And now this person is constantly seeks me out to have this daily conversation about states of being. Who's to say who's is influencing the other if either of us is influencing each other? But I know one thing, that conversation that happens daily reinforces my positive outlook, takes my day to another level because it roots me and reminds me of my positivity. And now, again, as people, we're going to experience all types of emotions. It's just life. But emotional intelligence can take us to a more active role in our experiences. Thanks for listening to the Temporary Immortals podcast. The thoughts and opinions presented here are the thoughts and opinions of the host as an individual, and they do not represent an entity or entities. If you like the podcast and you appreciate your experience here, please feel free to like, comment, heart, download, share. Any form of support is highly welcome. Have an amazing day. We will talk to you next time.